Satnam, everyone. So that's another mini lesson for you. I wanted to expand a bit on the practice I have been doing for a long time now, coming from the Artist Way with Julia Cameron. So I want to talk about morning pages and how beneficial it can be, and basically why I wished I found this earlier in my life. So to give you a bit of background of why I'm recording this now. I was doing Shaping the Future, and in Shaping the Future, one of the exercises is to do a little brand dump, where you are being asked to write down all the tasks you have in mind. And I really, really want to come back to my 3 morning pages. I use this kind of notebook, so it's like B5 notebook from Muji in a nice, cover. And basically, sometimes I just write one page, but what I understood from experience is the first page is very polite, where I try to be nice. The second page, I actually go deeper into what really happened or the feelings. And the third page is really when I get clarity. That's why I wanted to touch on that. The morning pages and the artist date are two very essential part of the course called the Artist Way. And for the Prosperity Club, we could see that as the morning pages, your morning journaling. You could do that in the evening also when everyone is asleep or when the house is quiet. And the prosperity date. So I mentioned that teaching on taking yourself on a date twice a week at least in a prosperous environment. So you actually download this nice prosperity environment in your aura, and you basically train that muscle. So that could be, going to a nice hotel rooftop and get a nice tea time, even though you might think it's like 4 times the normal price or the price it should be. You just invest in your prosperity that way. And the morning pages is a bit the same. You invest everyday time to do the brand dump and to really get out of your system what has been, in your mind basically, and you're gonna see a thread. And the goal is really like intuitive writing. The goal is not to reread your pages at any point in the course. At week 8 out of 12, you are being invited to read again your pages, but normally, you're not supposed to. It's just to get it out. So the morning pages are 3 pages of longhand writing, strictly stream of consciousness. Okay, it could look like, oh God, another morning and I have nothing to say. I need to wash the curtains. Did I get my laundry yesterday? Blah, 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 stuff, whatever. And they might also, be called brand drain. And this is really their function, is to get out of your head in the morning, first thing, whatever is in there. So you can actually focus on what's important. This is also what I've been inviting you to do in Shaping the Future in a more practical way. Okay, there's no right or wrong way to do morning pages. You can use like whatever kind of notebook you can write. Yeah, please. You can write whatever you want, and nothing is too petty, too silly, too stupid, or too weird to be included. That's what she wrote. Okay, they're not supposed to sound smart. So sometimes they might, but most of the time they won't be smart or sound smart, and nobody should really ever know about it. Should never read them, but you. Okay. Nobody is allowed to read your morning pages except you, right? You should never read it to someone else. What else can I say? That's pretty much it. Morning pages, okay, that will teach you that your mood doesn't really matter. Some of the base creative work gets done on the days when you feel that everything you're doing is just plain junk, right? The morning pages will teach you to stop judging and just let yourself write. So what if you're tired, crabby, distracted, stressed? Your artist is a child and it needs to be fed. Morning pages feed your artist child. So write your morning pages, she says. 3 pages of whatever crosses your mind. That's all there is to it. If you can't think of anything to write, then write, I can't think of anything to write. And you do this until you have filled 3 pages, okay? Do anything until you have filled 3 pages. When people ask her, why do we write morning pages? And then she goes, to get to the other side. They think that she's kidding, but she's not. Morning pages do get us on the other side of your fear, the other side of your negativity, the other side of your moods, right? And they basically allow you to go beyond your censor, so your basically self-sabotage self, let's say. And you strengthen that muscle. So there's a brain drain, and it's really nice to do. So that's my invitation for you to do. You have to see when it feels better, before meditation, after meditation, morning, evening, you have to figure out and it works. And if you are interested in tracking your moon centers, that's going to be very interesting, because there's going to be some patterns coming back every month with your moon center sequence. More on that on another mini lesson, but yeah. I guess that's all I wanted to say, a short little sweet something about morning pages. If you want to learn more, I encourage you to get the book The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. In 2021, we did twice the whole course with the Prosperity Club, and it was amazing. That's a 12-week commitment, but that's something we could think of doing together. So let's get started. Get yourself a notebook, whatever you can. Another thing she said, it doesn't have to be in a notebook. It can be like, just a sheet of paper, and you just date them and 1, 2, 3, and then you place them in an envelope and you forget about it. That's also another way to do. I like to do the notebooks because they follow me everywhere, And I realized this notebook, for example, there's not much of morning pages in there, I must be honest. There's a lot of work or ideas or things I learn in other courses, this kind of thing. But I really want to go back to it. So this is my commitment to you, and I hope you got inspired by this little message. And I'm sorry for the background noises. Ea is getting focused or busy, I don't know, on moving stuff around the house. Okay, thank you, and Sat Nam.